Oh,
I believe we are now live.
That is
YouTube,
flextastic.
yeah, YouTube often lies to you about whether or not you're actually live.
That is not flextastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
YouTube
is
lies
not.
about a lot of things, so.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome
the
to
stream.
the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
We're gonna be reading Phil Swift and the Interdimensional Rift.
Are me and
Potentially.
Jonathan's faces both in?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, y'all.
By the way, I don't care if you say my real name. It's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I prefer Sinister, but you know, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can put the chat on the screen?
Kind of.
Because I would love to be able to read what is being said.
Yeah, do you want to just open the stream on your phone or something?
I mean,
Wait, so
I could, but then...
What all is the stream showing? Is it just showing the screen that I'm seeing right now, the screen sharing?
It's showing this. It's showing the screen sharing. It's showing the Google Docs and your face and Jonathan's.
Okay.
Hey,
Big Six
I
is
see
down here
myself.
for some reason.
I'm on my phone.
He's on his phone, on his phone, on his phone.
I'm on my phone, on my phone. I see myself on my phone, on my
Right.
phone. On my
Okay, there's the
Part one,
viewers.
the riff.
I was sitting here watching
Alright.
the concurrent viewers, and I'm like, where is everyone? Oh, and then it just jumped from like 1 to 4.
Hopefully, if we continue this like podcast stream sort of deal, hopefully once like the virus is over, we can start doing them like live.
Like
At
in the
people.
same room, yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
I think
That is a
Knuckle,
spectacular idea.
Knuckle, I think your house is pretty much in between me and Jonathan's house.
Probably.
I'm guessing. Where Jonathan, are you in the Shawnee Mission district?
Yeah.
I'm on 1600 Pennsylvania.
Okay, so it would probably be a good idea to go to either Jonny Swanny's or Knuckles.
Probably, yeah.
You can say Jonathan. I don't really care.
I know. I was just saying it because I love the name Jonny Swanny.
Yeah, Jonny Swanny is pretty brilliant.
I can't remember who came up with it.
Probably you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was assuming
Swanee
you.
is a family nickname. Like that's my grandpa was called Swanee when he was my age.
Yeah.
But Johnny rhymes, so.
All right, shall we get started reading?
Yes.
Well, hold on. Are we gonna poll? See what is going to be read?
Oh, we already did.
Oh, we already did.
Yeah.
Flextastic.
Yes.
By the way, guys, I don't have.
That's why Phil Swift and the
PDF.
Interdimensional Rift is on your screen and not Waluigi and the Quest for the 8 Red Coins.
I don't have
That makes
the
sense.
PDF pulled up, so I can't read.
You can look at the screen share, can't you?
Yeah, I guess I can. You're right.
Yeah, that was the plan. All right. You want to go ahead, Jonathan?
So, wait, who's doing the voices? Like,
Sorry for all
This is
that.
just wonderful planning on our part, isn't it?
I'm gonna. Raspberry says that she choked on her water while reading the title, and she's very happy. I'm sorry, we're not paying for the hospital bills. Please do not sue us. You're not responsible.
not responsible.
Oh.
If you can't afford your medications, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson.
Oh.
They actually changed AstraZeneca to AbbVie, and it ruined like my favorite part of those commercials. Because I would always wait until it says AstraZeneca. Like, if you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help, but then it changed it to AbbVie. Like, no, AstraZeneca is where it's at.
That's just not the same.
It isn't.
Okay, are we gonna get started reading?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got it pulled up on my computer.
All right.
All right, so if you aren't aware, this is Phil Swift and the Interdimensional Rift, written by yours truly. I started it on November 30th. So let us begin. And as you can see, It is a work in progress.
When are we
Also,
going to read
are going to be
Waluigi's
reading
story? At
Waluigi
some point.
At some point. That is a
Yeah.
fantastic answer.
Could be tomorrow, could be in a month. I don't know. COVID makes things weird. So does school.
I'm available tomorrow.
Actually, I think next week is finals for all of us, right?
I don't have
Oh no,
finals because of
my
coronavirus.
my semester ended this week actually.
Oh, sick.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my finals are next week, so like I'm gonna just disappear off the internet Tuesday because we have Monday off. All right.
Does North?
I have no idea what the stream looks like. Is it just me and Jonathan's face?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
But
We're
the
on,
doc
like,
that you're
the
looking at is
right
on screen
side of
too.
the screen, and then the documents in the middle.
All right. What are we
Keep
waiting for?
I don't know. Maybe a Hallmark invitation.
That's
That's an old
Let's
joke
read,
that my
let's
fourth grade
read.
teacher used to say, and now it doesn't matter. Okay. Part 1, The Rift. Chapter 1, Flex Tape. Oh my
Trademark.
goodness. Should I pull up the actual commercial?
Maybe. Let me see.
'Cause this is like verbatim what the commercial says. So that would work.
By the way, I
This
think
is not
the
my
first
YouTube recommendations.
time-
It's signed out.
Is this the first time of all the streams that my face has been on stream?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. What do I search for? Phil Swift.
Just look up the Flex Tape commercial.
Flex,
Which one? There's multiple.
Flex tape.
Well,
Commercial.
the original. Not the Flex Tape
okay.
Clear, not the Super
This?
Bright commercial. Just the original.
This right here.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the official Flex Seal YouTube channel. Go subscribe.
The one with over
Hi, Phil Swift here
247K.
for Flex Tape, the super strong.
Okay, just pause it after like all of the lines.
Okay. Okay, so do we just watch the whole commercial here?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I can just read it. All right. Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape. Began Phil Swift. In his outstretched right hand, he held out an overturned piece of flex tape, to which he pointed with his left hand. The super strong, waterproof tape. To his left, not 2 feet away from him, stood a very large cylindrical acrylic water tank filled with water. A hole had been cut into the outfacing side from it. A steady stream of water poured into a container below. Then, with one swift,
You're brilliant. You're brilliant, Jonathan.
Thank you. Then, with one swift motion, Phil Swift brought back his right hand and struck the flex tape trademark onto the surface of the cylindrical tape. I will not be reading all of the trademarks.
Fair enough.
He firmly applied the flex tape, and, as if by magic, the gaping hole that once leaked such an abundant and steady stream of water was now completely sealed. Phil Swift smiled proudly and admired his excellent work. He continued, motioning with both hands to the powerful tape that can instantly patch, bond, seal, and repair. As if it wasn't so
Yes.
blatantly obvious by the previous incredible performance, Phil Swift reminded, Flex tape is no ordinary tape, adding, its triple-thick adhesive virtually welds itself to the surface, instantly stopping the toughest leaks. To prove this bold claim, flex tape was shown being applied to both a cracked and leaking sink, as well as a blue bucket. Both times the flex tape performed miraculously and instantly stopped those tough leaks. Leaky pipes can cause major damage. Gee,
Major
you must be thinking, what does that have to do with flex tape, Phil? But flex tape grips on tight and bonds instantly, Phil Swift added. Now you must be thinking, Phil, is there anything flex tape can't do? I bet it doesn't work underwater. Plus, Phil continued, flex tape's powerful adhesive is so strong. Phil reached his hand, in which was a segment of flex tape, into a large tank of water with a large leak spilling water into a container below, much like before. He applied the tape to the interior of the tank that was where the leak was, leaving the tape almost completely submerged underwater. It even works underwater.
Yo!
Having to scroll.
Excuse me. My YouTube time limit just popped up and I told it to ignore it.
Ah.
Raspberry loves Phil Swift.
Yes. Oh, my Discord just
Flex
blew
tape
and
is
I'm not
perfect
sure
for
why.
marine, Actually, sorry, I skipped a paragraph. Now you can repair leaks in pools and spas without draining them, Phil boasted. Flex tape is perfect for marine campers and RVs, Phil Swift added. It was now becoming clear that flex tape was not most certainly a gift straight from Jesus. But Phil,
Yes.
you must be asking yourself, how strong is flex tape? Phil Swift answered your prayers by adding, flex tape is super strong. In one hand, he held a piece of flex tape to which a 45-pound weight was attached, and once it's on, it holds on tight. But Phil Swift did not stop there. Sorry, somebody's asking me when we're streaming, and I'm telling him right now. But Phil Swift did not stop there. He began again. And for emergency auto repairs, flex tape keeps its grip even in the toughest conditions. Suddenly, there was the flash of lightning and a booming crash of thunder. A tree limb fell and landed directly onto the roof of a future flex tape customer. Big storms can cause big damage. Phil Swift confirmed. Oh no, you must be saying to yourself, how am I supposed to patch such a large hole? But, Phil continued, keeping you on the edge of your seat, flex tape comes super wide so you can easily patch large holes. Then, Phil Swift completely lost it. To show you the power of flex tape, Phil donned his trusty Dremel, revving it mightily, and sliced straight through the steel fishing boat that stood vertically in front of him. Sparks flew right and left as Phil sliced through the vessel. Finally, after the boat had completely separated into two halves, Phil shoved the both away from him. Hello, Ben Welkener, I see that you exist.
Hi, Teen Nation.
The whole
The
gang's
two
here.
halves crashed to the ground,
Hey,
and
Ben
Phil
Walker. Hey,
smiled
J-Sov.
proudly.
Sorry, keep reading.
Okay. Phil stepped forward and swung his left pointer finger. I sawed this boat in half. Then, laying along a thick strip of flex tape, along the great cut which he had made across the length of the boat, and repaired it with only flex tape.
Oh my gosh.
I'm now realizing that that sentence structure makes absolutely zero sense. In an instant, Phil was riding the waves in his newly repaired boat. Not only does flex tape's powerful adhesive hold the boat together, but it creates a super strong watertight seal so the inside is completely dry. Phil claimed. Then, hitting some wicked waves, Phil let out his signature, "Yee doggy."
Yee doggy.
That is
You
Sinister's face, Teen
doggy.
Nation. Knackle, there was
purple,
no
just
way
like-
to vote for A. Yeah, there was. I told you to add the reaction.
Yee dog.
Then, back on stage, Phil Swift concluded, smiling from ear to ear, just cut, peel, stick and seal, imagine everything you can do with the power of flex tape.
Oh my gosh. I'm trembling.
And for good reason.
Exactly.
I think it's time I had a sip of cream soda.
It looks so sinistery. Teen Nation
look
says
so-
your face looks sinistery. It's also really purple. There's something wrong with this camera.
No, it's just I've got to grow light because I'm growing plants and herbs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I already
that.
told you this.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I must have been busy working on something.
Hey guys, I need to remind you all, this stream is not sponsored by Dr. Brown's cream soda.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Haha, Phil
This
Swift
stream
go
is sponsored
burr.
by Dr. Brown's cream soda.
The American businessman, spokesman, and Flex Seal co-founder Phil Swift has an estimated net worth of somewhere more than
believe
10
it's $10
million as of
million.
2021.
Oh my-
That's what Raspberry just said.
He deserved every single penny.
Yeah,
He really did. And he
probably.
Still does.
Oh.
Talking in present tense, that man is a legend. And he still
Yep.
is.
Mhm.
Alright.
Charge your PC. Sure, that's definitely what that pop-up was about.
All right.
All right.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, The Call. By the way, guys, if ever you want to hop in and read a little Phil Swift and the Interdimensional Rift, just tell me and you shall take over.
All
Or
right.
if there's any
All right.
voices that you would like to do.
All right, everyone.
Don't eat Flex Seal, do not eat Flex Seal. Starts praying for Phil Swift. Wait, is this like fan fictions? Yes, it is.
kind
Yes,
of
this is a fan fiction.
But this is of a higher quality.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. The fan fiction, but there's no like BDSM or anything.
Yeah.
All right.
It's screen time for a family. Yeah, I know. I've told my dad like 6 times, take the stupid thing off. I know the password to the administrator account. I can just disable the stupid thing, but like
That is big
anyway.
stupid.
Cuz like
Big
I
Rose.
I can extend the time limit like indefinitely. But I can't
Indefinitely.
I can't
Well, hold
I
on.
can't remove it because it's based off the Microsoft account and stuff. It's so
Oh.
dumb.
I was gonna say, couldn't you just remove it if you know the password? But
I
okay,
cannot.
guess
I know the password to the local administrator account on this computer, not to my dad's Microsoft account.
not. Interesting. Okay. Shall we continue?
All right.
Yes.
All right. Chapter 2, The Call. All right, everybody, said the commercials director. That's a wrap. The small group of producers who stood just outside of the frame of the camera and who watched Phil perform these and many other miracles right before their eyes all cheered, for their hard work had most certainly paid off. Phil Swift let out a "Yee doggy"
Yee doggy.
as he walked off stage to join those who would help bring the power of flex tape to the masses through the contemporary television advertisement. Nice job, Phil, said one respectably. Wow, Phil, said another, wrapping their arms around Phil's shoulders. I was blown away with that one part when you put flex tape underwater. You're the best, Phil, yelled someone from afar. Phil smiled a great smile and said to his many fans, I want to thank you all for helping me help you patch, bond, seal, and repair with the power of the Flex Seal family of products. I could not have done it without you.
It's like a broken record.
If I was
Yes.
Phil Swift, I would use flex tape if I wasn't close to a bathroom. It would help. I'm just... Oh God! Why did I read that message?
I mean,
I'm a little
it's
confused on
all
how that would
purpose.
work.
It is
all
all purpose. I just. Oh.
All right. Keep reading.
Uproarious hold on, is this 2 lines? No, okay, it's just 1 line. I thought for a second there was 2 lines between those paragraphs, but it's just 1. Uproarious cheering and applause followed this short speech. Phil made his way through the crowd, shaking hands and giving out pats on the back. From a coat hanger, he took up a Flex Seal branded windbreaker and a Flex Seal branded baseball cap. He put both on and withdrew from his pocket a pair of Ray-Bans aviator sunglasses. Is that Ray-Ban or Ray-Bans? I don't know.
That says Ray-Ban.
Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is supposed to be Ray-Bans?
I don't know, dude.
Okay, I
have
don't know.
no
I'll look it
idea.
up later. A pair of Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses. He placed them on his face and walked a few paces to a table that held boxes of donuts, pre-made sandwiches, and a number of coolers filled with coffee, orange juice, and water. Phil gathered a coffee cup and filled it with orange juice. Taking sips from the cup, he made his way out the door, but was stopped short by one of his producers. Mr. Swift. Phil
Oh my
turned
God.
around, ready to talk about the power of the flex tape. The power of flex tape. But quite unexpectedly, that was not the reason his name was being called by his personal assistant. A woman ran towards him. Mr. Swift. Hi, Phil said.
WTF
walking
is
towards
this?
the
I
woman.
just reacted B because A was Waluigi. I mean,
Waluigi
okay.
licked his lips.
What's wrong with Waluigi? Waluigi's amazing. If I was Phil Swift, I would use Flex to solve world hunger. It would help.
That is a spectacular idea.
Yes.
Yeah, why hasn't he done that already?
Yes.
He's got $10 million. Come on.
So to say. Maybe he's just too humble.
Too humble to end world hunger. All right.
I don't know. Mr. Swift, you are needed. Oh, sorry. Mr. Swift, you are needed outside. I'm told that it is urgent. Phil thought for a moment. Certainly, someone was in need of Flex Seal, or of the Flex Seal family of products. Thankfully, Phil always kept a personal stash of each of the Flex Seal family of products stored safely in his Flex Seal branded briefcase, which was also just happened to be lying just an arm's reach away from where he now stood, next to the now empty coat rack. Instinctually, Phil grabbed the briefcase and began walking to where the woman had led him. Just this way, sir. The woman led Phil to the... Sorry, I can't read. Let me make this text bigger so I can read it. Don't you just love a nice, crisp block of text that you can actually read?
Delicious.
Just this way, sir. The woman led Phil out the door, to the door that allowed for access to the parking lot, but stopped short before opening it. Also, sir, and I know this is a lot to ask, but do you mind if I take a roll of flex tape? I need to repair an above-ground pool without draining it. Phil smiled and said, "Of course." He reached into his Flex Seal branded briefcase and withdrew his roll of flex tape. Here you go. Just cut, peel, stick, and seal. Imagine everything you can do with the power of flex tape. She took the roll of tape and smiled, for her wish had been granted by Phil Swift.
Yes.
That's a great sentence. I forgot about that one. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's funny that he talks like this all the time.
That's
Like
the
outside of the
ongoing
commercial.
gag. Lenny, this is Phil Swift in the Interdimensional Rift, written by yours truly. Thank you, said Phil's assistant, shaking his hand. Now go. They're waiting for you just outside this door. Who's waiting for me? Phil said. Without answering, Phil Swift's personal assistant opened the door, and Phil Swift stepped through and down a few steps to the parking lot. Alright, hello, Mr. Philip Swift. I can't do Obama's voice very well. By the way, this is Barack Obama speaking.
Oh, Barack Obama. Okay.
Yeah, Barack Obama. Hello, Mr. Philip Swift. I suppose, actually, no, he has long pauses, like, hello, Mr. Philip Swift. So one of the four people who were awaiting his arrival in the deep and calming voice. Deep and calming voice. I have a friend who can do a brilliant Barack Obama accent. I wish he was here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Swift, also Barack Obama accent? No, impersonation.
Yeah, yeah.
Phil Swift smiled heartily and greeted the four people who stood waiting. Barack Obama, it's good to see you, Phil said. He set down his briefcase, took one final swallow of orange juice, disposed of his refuse responsibly in a recycled trash
Receptacle.
He gave the former president of the United States a warm, welcoming hug. He continued, Queen Elizabeth II, I can't begin to tell you how great it is to finally meet you. I'm old, said the Queen. Phil laughed and gave her a hug as well.
Hey, pause for a second. Sinister, remember in 6th grade when we would call urinals pee-pee receptacles and we thought it was the funniest thing ever?
Yeah.
But that is the funniest thing ever.
It's not.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
Okay. Phil Swift continued to greet his guests. She? Phil remarked, as if he and the president of the Communist Party of China were old friends. Sorry, I think I'm about to burp. But no, I was not. I almost sneezed, but I didn't. Xi Jinping, is that you? Incomprehensible Chinese, said she. The two bowed deeply. I'm just going to say that because I don't know how to speak Mandarin. Or read it, for that
Did
matter.
you just Google Translate it or something?
Perhaps.
Yeah, we're going to find out what this says. Nice to
Well,
meet
there's a
you, my
translator,
friend.
So,
Oh.
there's a translator standing next to them, so he'll say.
Oh, all right.
Incomprehensible Chinese. Actually, I should say Mandarin, because Chinese is too vague.
Toon says he's a gun
Incomprehensible
stabber.
Mandarin, said she. The two bowed deeply to each other. A translator who stood nearby said, She says it is good to see you. That's all right, Phil said. I'm fluent.
He's all powerful, I swear.
Yes.
Incomprehensible Chinese flex shot. A little bit more incomprehensible Chinese. I should say Mandarin. I just said that. Phil asked Phil Swift, reaching for his briefcase. She nodded thoughtfully and was given Phil's tube of flex shot. The two bowed to each other once more, and Phil moved to greet his final guest. She admired Phil's flex shot, or actually his flex shot. Vlad, Phil said, outstretching both arms for a hug, which Vladimir Putin accepted. Comprehensible Russian. Vladimir began excitedly. The translator began again. Mr. Putin says that he is your biggest fan and that once again Phil interrupted and said, That's quite all right, buddy. Phil then turned to Vladimir and began incomprehensible Russian, flex seal, more incomprehensible Russian. Vladimir giggled with excitement and jumped up and down. Ye doggy, ye doggy.
I'm glad you
fainted in
enjoyed
pure,
the
unadulterated
Flex Seal
happiness.
family of products. Bend.
What? Oh, did you just translate that?
Yeah.
What does it say?
This last word is literally just bend with an exclamation mark, as far as I can tell.
I think that's supposed to say flex on.
Ah.
Flex.
Translate.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Google Translate just being dumb.
come on,
All right.
translate.
Real men
Flex
don't
on.
shoot with guns, they stab with guns.
Bend seal.
Phil Swift fanfics make my REM stage come early.
Who said that? Oh, of course
Tune.
it was Toonmation.
All right.
All right.
Let's keep reading.
Vladimir giggled with excitement and jumped up and down. Ye doggy, ye doggy. Vladimir chanted in pure, unadulterated happiness. Ye doggy. Phil Swift hollered. This prompted not uproarious, just normal applause, and laughter from everyone besides the translator, who was crying about his obsolescence, and the queen, who merely looked blankly around the area as if she had woken up in a strange world that she knew nothing about.
What?
Wait, that's the end of chapter 3.
All right.
All right.
I can pick up chapter 3 if you want.
Okay, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say the same thing.
Oh.
You guys should do Zoom. By the way, we're using Zoom, non-sponsored. You should do rock paper scissors.
Does it have
Okay.
like a feature for that?
I don't know. That would be really.
I think
cool.
it does. If you go to like the emoji function.
Well, but you
okay,
can
so
see my screen. Actually, you can't really.
I can't
emoji.
see you.
I might have to stop
I could just-
sharing.
Do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Here.
You
how
know what?
about-
Just Sinister can
uh,
go, and I'll read the next chapter.
All right.
Yeah. All right. All right.
That was
Chapter
way more
3.
complicated than it had to be.
What can I say? I'm a
Chapter
sucker for
3.
fanfics.
Phil
Good night.
Swift,
Oh,
we
you're
need-
going, Toonmation? Toonmation, you're
Oh,
going?
Come on. Stay.
Good night, Toonmation.
We're getting to the
night.
best part.
It's
I mean,
probably
I
like
suppose
3 in the morning for
You can
him.
just watch this after it's been posted.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Chapter 3. Phil Swift, we need your help. After the group of world
sorry to
leaders
interrupt.
and
Do you want me to do Phil Swift voice so that we can differentiate them?
yeah, sure, why not? After the group of world leaders and the queen
Oh no,
had
Lenny's
become
going. Lenny's going to
I'd-
bed. Good night, Lenny.
had become
See y'all.
acquainted and reacquainted with one another, they all shuffled into a dual-bladed helicopter and took off, there and then. It was at this time, flying high above the ground below, that Phil Swift realized something. Where was the President of the United States? Former President. Oh,
Hey,
Donald
Barack.
Trump. Oh, he's looking for Donald Trump. Hey, Barack.
Hey, Barack,
Phil asked.
where's DT?
Ha! Ha! Barack broke out. I was informally regurgitated.
Reinaugurated.
Inaugurated.
Oh, reinaugurate. Because he didn't believe the dire situation. That this is happening. Orange Mark. And as if to assure himself that his answer was accepted by the group, he looked about nervously at each of the attendants.
All right, let me.
Mandarin, Chinese.
Let me.
Okay, this is the only thing that it doesn't say what it says. It says when he shakes your hand, it hurts a lot.
When he shakes his hand, it hurts a lot.
He will shake hands with you
Said
for
Z.
several hours. It hurts, comma.
That's what it says. I took
Rubbing
that
his
as
hands.
this clip of Donald
Now
Trump shaking
that's-
Xi Jinping's hand.
All right.
Oh no!
No!
What happened?
Stupid computer has had an aneurysm. Oh no! No! There.
Now
Why is
that's
everybody
a
going to
wise
bed? It's
thing.
4:30 for me. It's. Have you ever heard of time zones? I'm not going to freaking
Phil
bed.
said.
Why the heck are people? Guys, Toonation was saying goodnight to Lenny.
Once again, everybody.
They're
laughed
just
and
starting a
applauded.
war over like a misunderstanding. Why Firefox? Because it's superior.
Yeah,
Okay, let us continue. Now
Once
that's
again-
a lot of damage.
Phil said. Once again, everybody laughed and applauded the performance, except for the translator who had been left on the ground, and the queen, who was currently stored away in the helicopter's luggage compartment. But Barack. Oh wait, no, that's your line.
But Barack, what dire situation?
Barack Obama's eyes shift, as if he were deeply troubled by something. And he pinched his tie and straightened it.
Do you need me to make the text bigger?
Just a bit.
Okay. That better?
Yeah.
Okay.
We will discuss this later. All in due time, Philip, he added. He nodded to Phil thoughtfully, but after a moment, this gesture was interrupted by the fact that the sole of Barack Obama's shoe had fallen off. As Barack noticed, he looked down at what happened. His eyes widened, and he let out the most blood-curdling scream he could ever conceive. Barack screamed in sheer terror. He began to grip his head between his hands and stomped his feet on the floor and the plane repeatedly. Malfunction! Malfunction! Barack continued to scream.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Phil Swift calmed, putting out his hands to signal for Obama to stop his incessant screaming.
That's nothing a little flex glue can't fix.
Flex glue? Barack asked eagerly, his eyes still wide and his forehead still sweating profusely.
Of course. I have some in my briefcase.
Phil Swift began.
I'll give it to you when we get off of the helicopter.
Barack smiled and relaxed his posture. Thank you, Philip. He almost instantly was back to normal, sitting upright in his seat. To those who sat with him, Barack appeared as though he was remarkably calm and collected, as if nothing had happened, which, to say the least, was a rather unsettling sight.
Excuse the interruption, but Voltec says, dude, Pink Panther, but sinister.
Oh my god. You guys are bullies. Alright. Thus was the air of the helicopter until it landed, as off-putting as it was. After landing, all the passengers of the helicopter made their way to the seats and took a rather large step out of the vehicle and onto the ground. Phil took a deep breath through his nose and sighed audibly. He stretched his arms into the air and took a look around. He stretched his arms and took a look around where it was he had landed, looking back at the helicopter from which he had arrived. Phil turned just in time to see one of the helicopter operators unlatching the luggage compartment door. Out fell the Queen with a thud upon the pavement, who was looking rather purple, but altogether disregarded, picked up and swung over the shoulder of a man in a
she's freaking invincible, so I don't think we need to be too concerned for her
you'll
safety.
Find out later, she's dead.
What?
Yeah, no
I
okay.
mean,
Continuing to look about, Z and Vladimir appeared to be talking, even though somewhat concerned about the disappearance of their translator. Furthermore, and somewhat shocking to Phil, who hadn't the faintest idea where he was or why he was there, stood the White House. Phil's gandering was interrupted by Barack, who was walking towards Phil rather awkwardly, almost at a limp, and was holding the heel of his shoe. Philip, Barack began, you said you had some flex glue. For me, he smiled handsomely. Phil smiled back and pointed with both of his index fingers.
right you are, Barack.
Phil began the short trek into the luggage compartment where his Flex Seal, trademark, branded briefcase was held during the duration of the flight. Obama followed. He pulled it out and noticed how lightweight it had become, but he paid no mind, passed a simple acknowledgement, and unzipped its opening. He reached in, and from it, he withdrew his tube of Flex glue.
Here, Barack.
Phil Swift said in his unusual sales pitch voice.
Imagine what you can do with the power of flex glue.
He then held it out for Barack to take.
Flex on.
Flex on. Bend on, right? Okay.
Flex on.
Thank you, Philip. Barack responded cheerfully. He took the flex glue and applied it to the top of the heel of his shoe sole, which he then reapplied to the bottom of his shoe. Phil watched, almost in a trance, eyes wide and licking his lips as Barack Obama employed the use of one of the products of Flex Seal family of products. Thanks again, Philip. Barack held the tube seemingly magical glue out to Phil for him to take. where'd it go? Oh, for him to take back to the place into his Flex Seal branded briefcase. Breaking from his flex trance. Flex trance. All right. Phil took a moment to reacquaint himself with the situation at hand after taking this moment and said, No,
No,
wait,
Barack. It's all yours.
are you sure?
Of course.
Phil said, adding,
There's plenty more where that came from, and it looks like you could use a little more of the Flex Seal family of products in your life.
Thank you, Philip. Brock pocketed his flex glue and turned away from Phil, withdrawing a pen and memo pad from his suit coat's breast pocket. He flipped the page that had Presidential Medal of Freedom written across the top. 2 columns, each filled equally with several Italy marks, labeled
Tally marks.
Philip. Oh, I thought it said Italy. What the heck? Philip Swift and Joe Biden. He placed a tally under the Philip Swift column and muttered to himself, "You can do it, Joe." He then quickly closed the memo book and looked about, ensuring that nobody had seen him. In his brief glance about the White House grounds, he saw Phil Swift presenting Vladimir Putin with what appeared to be an aerosol can. Russian something. Flex Seal. Russian, flex on. Phil said to Vladimir Putin, which roughly translated to, since you've had such a big fan of flex.
Here, let me read this.
Yeah, do the Russian accent.
Since you're such a big fan of Flex Seal family of products, I'd like to give you my personal can of Flex Seal spray. I'm not good at a Russian accent, as you can clearly see. I even signed it for you. Flex on.
That's way better than mine.
Yeah, same. Upon seeing and hearing this gracious act, Vladimir almost instantly abandoned his usual professional and strict demeanor and started crying tears of joy. Then wrapped his arms around Phil and wailed, Lady and gentlemen, the Situation Room is waiting, said a Secret Service agent, standing by the door by which he intended for the group to enter.
Flextastic.
Phil exclaimed. Everyone took their seats around the table of Situation Room.
Wait,
Except for the Queen.
Wait. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Those 3 dots, they mean that time has passed.
Right.
And
I know.
I have a tradition. Whenever we read stuff like this on calls, one of us has to say, "Passage of time."
Okay, I'll take that duty for right now until I'm reading.
Go back a few sentences.
Right.
Okay. Lady and gentlemen, the Situation Room is waiting, said a Secret Service agent, standing by the door by which he intended for the group to enter the building.
Flextastic.
Phil exclaimed.
Passage of time.
Everyone took their seats around the Situation Room, except for the Queen, who was haphazardly flipped from the suited man's shoulder into the seat, which fell backwards, which the Queen was essentially launched into the chair. Are they just ignoring the fact that the Queen is dead, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I mean, if the Queen died, would anybody notice?
No, not really. I mean, she's immortal, so like.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The chair was uprighted, and the Queen fell forward, slamming her forehead against the table, where she remained for the entirety of the following discussion.
I'm just imagining she looks like you, Sinister, because like you're all purple
like...
from your light.
You asked why we've called you here on such a short notice. Well, now is the time that we must tell you. There was a moment of silence, which Phil filled by asking,
Well, what is it?
We've received intelligence that a transdimensional terrorist organization known as the Separators, who are led by none other than the evil High Chancellor Gabagool Supreme, have begun to enact their evil plan to destroy all of the multiverses by creating an interdimensional rift, allowing for Yeth, the destroyer of all universes, to, destroy all universes, he said. After saying this, Barack Obama allowed a moment for the heavy information to sink in.
Sounds like a job for the...
Phil began, But then he was cut short by an explosion just outside the Situation Room, which blasted all of the doors off their hinges and knocked Phil Swift unconscious as smoke flooded into the room.
Alright, we have a couple chats. I'm going to read those. I just want to say I'm still here, Knackle.
Who was that?
That was Toon.
I thought Toon went to bed.
No.
That's what the press wants you to think.
That's what the
Lenny
liberals
went
want
to
you to
bed,
think.
and Toon was saying goodnight to Lenny. I missed the
Oh.
chat where Lenny said goodnight.
Oh, okay.
All right, Knackle, you taking this?
Yep.
This chapter. All right.
Chapter 4, Capture. Phil Swift passed in and out of consciousness, but when he finally came to his senses, he looked around at his surroundings. He quickly came to the realization that he was currently bound to a folding chair, and though it wasn't the first time, it was still rather unexpected. His wrists, ankles, and knees were tied, not to mention the fact that he had thick rope wrapped at least a dozen times around his chest and the back of the chair. About 3 feet above him was an industrial-looking spotlight, which shone down on him. All else in the room could not be seen and was veiled under thick shadow. The uneven floor was made of unfinished and rather cracked concrete, and his chair rocked about if ever he shifted his weight.
Hello.
Phil said into the void. He waited for a response, but none came.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Phil began again.
What happened?
Phil waited for a response, and suddenly, out of the darkness that lay before him, a booming, deep voice filled his ears and echoed throughout the room in which he found himself.
Do you want me to do this voice?
Philip
I can-
Swift!
Or, yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
Philip Swift, the creator and spokesman of the Flex Seal family of products.
That's correct.
Phil responded. Yes, the voice began. You are the only one who will seal the rift and save the multiverse.
What?
Phil asked.
Save the multiverse.
Patch, bond, seal, and protect. Are these not your words? The voice
That's
boomed
right.
angrily. Argrily.
Argerly.
Argerly. Nice.
That is funny.
Should I fix this?
Knackle.
No.
You should have
Okay.
put reverb on your voice for the,
I don't have.
reverb on
I
your
don't have. I
voice.
can't. This mixer doesn't have effects and stuff.
Oh, that's alright.
Man. That would have been
There we go.
Flextastic.
Flextastic.
That's right.
Hang on, lost my place.
That's right.
That's
right.
Phil
Then
right there.
surely you understand your calling.
Then surely you understand your calling.
I don't understand.
Phil asked anxiously.
Who are you? Why am I here?
If I reveal myself, you must agree to assist me, no matter the cost, for this is a matter of interdimensional scale. Overcome by the trusting nature of the voice, Phil considered that the only easy way to improve his situation was to agree.
I will help you.
Phil agreed.
Now won't you now won't you tell me who you are?
Phil stared into the darkness in anticipation. Who could have brought him here? Out from the shadows stepped a man. His short, jet-black hair combed neatly, yet not unfashionably. His heavy mouth, which was framed well by a square jawline, complemented by the look of concern that lay beneath his dark eyes. He wore a black sport coat and an equally black undershirt, all over a pair of rather worn jeans and expensive-looking shoes. Philip, he said. Philip, he said. He had abandoned the deep, rather robotic voice that he had previously employed. I am Elon Musk. Hey! Champion of Signal.
Welcome Elon Musk to the scene.
I knew.
Who wants
I
to
was
do
like-
Elon Musk's voice?
I was like.
You know, at Sinister, you're
kind
not
of
doing
like-
any voices yet.
Is this
You
kind
should.
of like his voice? Kind of like.
I actually don't know what his voice sounds like.
Let's find
He's-
out.
He's like got a sort of British, sort of.
Elon Musk.
This is kind of like his voice, kind of.
Okay, yeah, that sounds.
Oh, there's. Let's not watch the Joe Rogan one because that has curse words.
Save up to $500.
Shut
a year,
up. Go
plus
away,
no hidden
ad.
fees.
Because then we're
YouTube
gonna know
TV.
how
Try it free.
inaccurate Sinister's impersonation is. So right
It
now,
sounds kind of like this, I think, or something.
right now that
something
seems
like
100%
this.
accurate to me. So I don't know what his voice
and
sounds
is our
like.
we brought environment.
Respect to innovation and fostering entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. He kind of has
Space
a little bit of
Opera.
Actually,
a
you want me to read this
to
chapter?
his voice. I'd like to
From
keep
what
reading.
I remember, this is an extremely long chapter, and it's very arduous. So
Okay,
Alright.
I
go
think
ahead
I
then.
should just read this one.
Oh yeah.
Chapter 5.
Oh, I'm gonna flip my bed, then put it back again to go to sleep. So stop. Elon Musk is South African. I can stand in for him. Elon is South African. The
Yeah,
Philfics
he is.
are great. The narrators aren't. Ooh.
Dang.
Voltex
I mean,
said
it's
that, but
true.
he says that Toonmation said it. He is not British. Okay. Elon is not British.
No, but he kind of like his accent is reminiscent of it. I don't know why. If it's just like that for me,
Colonization,
I knew
as
he was
unfortunate
South
as it
African.
is. All right.
All right. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Chapter 5. Phil Swift, we need your help, too. Phil Swift looked shocked, but then the shock, along with any fear that had been set into his consciousness by the rather unsettling atmosphere that he had awoken in, washed away. Phil smiled a hearty smile and began speaking to his host. Howdy, Elon. Just so calm all of a sudden. Howdy, Elon. Phil started. It's sure been a long time. Hey, speaking of which, I trust you that those first emergency flex tape repairs worked out in the last SpaceX launch.
I just read the
Exactly.
next sentence.
Alright, who's taking Elon's voice?
I think Sinister was.
Of course.
Elon responded.
We actually stopped using bolts and screws. Now we just use Flex Seal family of products.
It even works underwater, Phil Swift advertised.
Yes,
Elon agreed.
it sure does, doesn't it?
Anyways, Elon, what is it that you need?
Come, Phil, let me show you, Elon began.
Sorry, I did.
We'll just say that Elon also said that. Come, let me show you, Elon began. Elon began.
Yes.
Elon led his involuntary guest out of the room that he had initially found himself in and into and down a large hallway by which Phil and his host entered into a large observatory. The eyes of awestruck onlookers followed their path until they disappeared behind a great door at the end of the hallway, all while whispering amongst themselves. Is that Phil Swift? Said one. Imagine what he can do with the power of the Flex Seal family of products, said another. Surely he will save us all, added another. Upon entering through the great door, they were met with an antechamber. With another similar door. In fact, Phil considered it seemed the kind of room in which somebody would likely be able to get very confused and disoriented inside if it were not for the small digital numeric keypad by which entry through the second door was made possible.
Okay, pardon the interruption again, but there's chats.
Oh, of course.
Toonmation says, people say I sound British, so I think it's just normal for South Africans to sound British. Like, everyone thought I was British the first time I revealed my voice to you guys. That's true. Well, okay, yeah. Your voice sounds somewhat European, I guess?
Yeah,
Not necessarily
like-
British.
Yeah, I knew Elon was from South Africa, but he kind of had like a sort of British accent. But, you know, I guess that's just what the accent is down there.
All right.
Phil,
Elon began, looking at his watch and fiddling with its touchscreen watch face.
would you mind putting in this code right here?
Sure thing, just tell me what to press, Phil responded.
Thanks.
Elon finished his fiddling with his watch in what Phil concluded must have been him retrieving the passkey.
Are you ready?
Flex on.
First is a 7.
With the face... Okay, this is when it gets really long and arduous. With the face of his thumb, Phil pressed the key which glowed a red 7. 7, he confirmed.
And then 2.
Phil repeated his previous action, but pressed the key on which was emblazoned a glowing number 2. 2, he confirmed.
Okay, 3.
Phil pressed the key next to the one which he had pressed, on it was a red number 3. Gotcha.
5.
Phil elevated his thumb to the next highest row of keys, on which was a 4 key, the 5 key, and the 6 key. Phil pressed the middle button and confirmed his completion by nodding slightly.
Did you get the 5?
Elon asked, seemingly not noticing Phil's silent confirmation. Oh, yes.
Okay, next is an 8.
8, Phil repeated thoughtlessly, though he had not yet pressed the 8 key. He did so and awaited Elon's next command.
7.
Phil pressed the key with the 7, a rather familiar experience to him. Go for 7.
Right, Elon. Oh, yeah.
Elon agreed.
Now is 0.
Phil moved his finger all the way to the bottom of the control panel, where there was a key with a number 0 on it, accompanied by another key which was labeled Enter. Although Phil didn't press this key because it was not the key Eli requested that Phil press. Although its unusual shape and the idea that eventually the time would come for him to press a button, to press such a button drew Phil's attention for all of about half a second. He pressed the 0 button. Phil confirmed.
Now a 9.
You guys see where this is going.
Yeah.
Phil reached all the way to the opposite corner of the control panel and pressed the key on which a 9 glowed, hot red, almost an orange. 9.
Okay, then a 4.
Phil, with just about the same level of concentration and coordination as he had pressed the previous several keys, and after moving his thumb to lay just above the 4 key, pressed the 4 key. 4.
Okay, now a 2.
Elon continued. Phil moved his hand away from the control panel for a moment, and as it was blocking his view of where he recalled the 2 key had resided. Found this key and pressed it, returning his hand to what was just about the same position as it had originated. 2.
Okay, then 3 5s.
Phil nodded slightly as he pressed the 3 key, followed by the 5 key. 3. Phil paused a moment as he moved his finger to the next key, and 5.
Wait,
Elon began.
did you press 5 5 5 or did you press 3 5?
Phil looked up, slightly concerned. You said 3 5, right?
Oh, no, I said 3 5s.
Elon argued, this time making sure to emphasize the plurality of the digit. Oh, well, I typed 3 and then 5, Phil said. And I don't see a delete key, he continued.
No!
I love how urgent that sounds. No! Elon began. There isn't one.
There
isn't
isn't one, but the system will just clear the entry after a minute or so.
That's flextastic, Phil yelled. After doing this, the inherent echo that the room presented became alarmingly apparent to the two of them. Now they just have to wait. They waited silently for the numbers to be eliminated. After about 5 seconds, which seemed significantly longer than 5 seconds, Philip reset his posture and cleared his throat, although there was not any congestion there to be cleared. Phil watched the numbers on the red display, anticipating their elimination, but having only spent about another 5 seconds doing so, received no such pleasure. Elon silently reacquainted himself with the side of the ceiling, after counting all 32 slats in the square vent that lay above him, noticing the surprising amount of dust that had collected on the other side. Sorry, this should be collected. But collected on the opposite side of it, considering the fact that the vent had been cut from a single sheet of metal, that perhaps a machine cut 33 individual and parallel cuts into the sheet of metal, that the remaining 32 strips of metal had simply been uniformly twisted at their ends to create the openings that he had previously counted, and assuring that all 4 bolts were firmly and equally mounted to the corners of the vent, Elon sighed, looking down at the numbers that his guest had recently entered, though it did not seem so recent to either of them, and realized that only 17 seconds had passed since they began waiting. That is 1 sentence.
Phil licked his lip.
That's awesome. Long sentences are great. Although one thing that I've noticed, Jonathan, there haven't been any semicolons yet.
Semicolons?
Semicolons, they're amazing.
I disagree with the use of semicolons.
Great,
Fair enough.
I think they're great.
Oh, I think they are too.
They're I think English teachers hate them because they're basically an exception to all of the normal sentence conventions. They just reset everything. I wonder if they see them as kind of an easy out.
Alright. Phil licked his lips and breathed deeply, noting for the first time the staleness of the air around him. The two looked at each other, though not by design, and exchanged mechanical smiles. Their gaze separated, and Elon's refixed itself to the list of numbers that glowed similar red to the control panel by which they had been entered below. After another moment, Phil's mind returned to the conundrum of what he would do if he were trapped in this small room, and how disorienting it would be if the control panel were not present to serve as a tool by which he would distinguish one side from the other. It was at this time that he noticed a great but not deep scratch that ran down the width of the metal door behind him and climbed no higher than his waist. It was one of those imperfections. That could only be seen in a certain light. This would be how he would orient himself in the hypothetical room that he imagined, though the challenge would then be to remember on which door the scratch had been made. Was it the one by which he had entered, or the one by which he planned to exit? Phil finished his thought, leaving the question unanswered, as the result of it meant nothing to him, and had no relevance, and joined Elon in looking at the numbers. Phil read them in his head, and though he did not know it, Elon had done the same a total of 13 times. His 14th, though, would be interrupted, as this was the moment that the numbers disappeared. We just spent 2 pages, passing 1 minute.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay. Phil Reus, this is why this chapter is so I don't even know how to describe it.
I like it. I like this chapter.
Yeah, me too.
It's funny how monotonous it is, but I like the level of detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Phil resumed his previous position in the number panel and Elon at his watch. Together they individually re-inputted the first 13 digits, this time taking extra care to type 555 instead of 35 after the 10th digit.
Oh, I was hoping you would repeat all of the digits again, because I was gonna write them down.
I honestly thought that I did.
Okay.
I didn't.
I kind of want to go back and just
After a
quickly skim
series of
through and
3
find
fives
all
is a
the.
1.
I kind of want to go back and skim through and find all the numbers so I can punch them in.
I have it written down somewhere. It's like 15 digits in total. Phil
Okay.
remembered the number Elon
go ahead.
began.
After a series of 3 5s is a 1.
Phil remembered the number 1 did in fact exist. He remembered that it existed. Phil remembered that the number 1 did in fact exist, and found it on the keypad. He pressed it and said, "Okay."
4.
You said 4?
Yes, a 4.
Phil nodded silently and pressed the 4. 4.
And finally, 9.
Phil began moving his thumb to the 9 key, but in his eagerness to press the final button, he did not reach the 9 key in time and accidentally pressed the 8 key. Oops, Phil exclaimed. I pressed the 8 key instead of a 9. Elon sighed, and they waited another eternity for the numbers to be eliminated. This one, however, seemed far more monotonous than the last, because it seemed to them that all of the possible considerations to be made in the small, cramped, and empty room had been spent.
Craped.
Oh,
The
yeah.
small crate.
The small, cramped, and empty room had been spent, leaving them with only the passage of time itself to be considered for their entertainment, if you could call it that at all. Although they were certainly limited by the extent of their own imaginations, as Phil had not deeply considered the way by which he would... Okay, so this is like the part... It's confusing, but I'm describing how Phil didn't think Elon's thoughts, and Elon didn't think Phil's thoughts.
Right.
Although they were certainly limited by the extent of their own imaginations, as Phil had not deeply considered the way by which the vent above them had been machined, and Elon had not so deeply considered the scratch that existed on the door behind him, though he was the one who put it there, however unknowingly.
Oh.
Some deep lore.
Oh.
What are
Elon
you doing?
scratched his door by accident. At long last, the numbers disappeared from the red display, and the two of them finally, together, and for a third time, individually inputted each of the 16 total digits. I was 1 off. I said 15, it's 16.
Jonathan?
The repeated sound of a number
Okay.
of the heavy... Oh, sorry. Yes,
All right.
that's my name.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you saying anything,
Okay.
but your mouth seemed to
Yeah.
be moving, so I thought Zoom might have
Yeah.
glitched.
Okay, cool. I take it that it's working now then.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm just going to start at the beginning of this page. At long last, the numbers disappeared from the red display, and the two of them finally together and for a third time individually inputted each of the 16 total digits. The repeated sound of a number of heavy deadbolts snapping out of their sockets and in the door jamb traveled down the side of the door. Once the sound ceased, Elon reached out for the door handle, took it in his hand, and opened the door, finally exposing what lay on the opposite. On the opposite what? Excuse me, Jonathan Swanberg, you are stupid. Okay. Much to the surprise of Phil, the room was circular. Though if he had thought about it more, he might have concluded that it was circular. After all, the first of the two doors had been labeled observatory on the outside upper-facing door jamb. Hold on. Door jam. Door jab. Okay. From here, he could have considered that the circular nature of the room, but none of that mattered now because he was no longer theorizing about the shape of the room, and, in fact, he never did. About the room was a number of computer servers, terminals dotted the room's circumference, and papers littered in many desks, but this room would not be an observatory if it lacked a telescope, and this was no exception. A great telescope had been erected in the center of the room, its lens crossing a hole made in the ceiling, and reaching the outside, where sunlight flowed in and competed with the fluorescent and incandescent lights that contemporarily lit the room.
Okay, I have one question that must be answered.
What is it?
Just exactly how retro are the computer terminals?
Supremely.
Supremely.
Amber, phosphor, CRT displays,
Oh,
mechanical
yes.
IBM keyboards,
Oh,
reel-to-reel tape input, 64K, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Did I send you the what is it? Classic retro term, I think.
Maybe.
I think I sent it to you. It's a GitHub project that it's a Linux terminal emulator that looks like a terminal.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I used it for a while, then the novelty kind of wore off and I realized just how hard to read it was.
Yeah,
I'm like,
terminals aren't
okay.
very fun without a computer.
Yeah, I'm going
Wait.
back to
Knackle, did you send Jonathan the meme about the tech enthusiast and then the?
Oh, I did
Or was
not.
it-
I should.
No, you need to send him that.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do that right now.
I await its arrival.
It's pretty funny.
Alright, shall we continue?
I would show it on
Yes.
stream, but I don't have it on this computer. Jonathan.
Okay, Knackle is now officially Shadow Slayer, not reading the chat at all. I suppose I am now the chat reader.
Oh.
I don't even have the.
Johnny Than.
Jack
Well,
Shaw-
I just.
Hello, Jack Shaw. I
Jonathan
did
was
not
in the
see
middle
your
of
text.
reading, and I didn't want to interrupt him. The people who don't believe in you end up being the ones bragging about how they met you.
Dang,
Fanfic. Fabulous!
thank you.
And as Jonathan said, Knackle is now officially Shadow Slayer, not reading chat at all.
Wow.
Okay.
I would also like to mention that I forgot to mention this before, I am using as a microphone my Rock Band for Wii USB microphone with a sock on it. I figured
The
you
sock
might
is
appreciate that.
being used
You
as
want
a
to
pop
talk
filter.
retro? Let me show you retro.
Oh yeah,
Now I'm
Where is
now
Actually,
this
it's not
meme?
that retro, but
here it is.
it's iconic. So
Look at my headphones. These things are old.
just
They
using
hurt my ears
earbuds.
very badly. Okay.
Wow.
All right, sent you a
Okay.
couple of memes.
All right, here we go. Look here.
Elon began. He pointed with one finger to a small viewing apparatus, which Phil used.
Do you see it?
Okay, sorry. In the distance, there was some sort of microscopic anomaly. Even through the telescope, it was hardly able to be seen. If Phil attempted to describe it, he might have related it to a knot in the grain of wood. A dark, motionless swirl stuck into the indefinitely blue surface of the sky.
The hole in the firmament?
Firmament. That's like
Firmament.
the dome that people used to believe the sky was.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Figuratively speaking, of course. Elon asked.
The eye. The rift.
Suddenly, Phil was reminded of what Barack Obama had said to him, an interdimensional rift. The interdimensional rift.
I love the emphasis.
Thank you. Yes, Elon, Phil began. I do see it.
Let me tell you about it.
Elon offered, placing his hand on Phil's shoulder in order to signal for him to follow.
Passage of time.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no, that's my job. Passage of time.
Jack
You
Shaw,
yeah.
I'm glad that you're here to witness that. That is.
You understand, Phil?
Okay, I just want to bring something up real quick.
All right.
We spent like 8 pages putting numbers into a control panel so that we could spend like 5 paragraphs in that room. And they immediately leave.
We've been like going half an hour for 1 minute of time.
Which, like, that's the goal. It's supposed to put
Yeah, we're
emphasis on
stretching it out.
how much suspense Phil and Elon felt as they were entering the digits.
All right. Do you understand, Phil?
Elon asked. Phil, who had just been briefed on his ultimate quest, nodded solemnly and thoughtfully. I will employ the use of the Flex Seal family of products in order to save the multiverse from the separators.
Excellent.
Elon responded.
One last thing.
Elon began.
Now, I've saved this point till the last, but I'm afraid this might be rather upsetting to you.
What is it? Phil began, concerned. Elon sighed, for his words would be hard for Phil to hear.
The Flex Seal family of products. They're all gone, stolen, and destroyed by the separators.
Phil sat back in his chair and laced his hands together between his legs. When did this happen? Phil finally asked.
It was instantaneous.
Elon began.
It was about 1 hour before we rescued you.
Phil nodded, eyes closed and mouth forced shut. Phil brought back his head and realized something. Where's my Flex Seal branded briefcase? Did you retrieve it?
Oh, I bet Obama took it. Yes.
That's not Obama. Elon started. He was confused, as he did not yet understand what Phil was thinking.
I'll have it brought here at once.
He pressed a button on his wristwatch, and after a moment of great anticipation, a woman walked into the briefing room on which Elon had explained the scenario to Phil Swift. Excuse me. The woman placed the back on the table.
So is this just Phil's spine?
I think it's just a typo, but we can go there if you really want to.
Phil, like, stores Flex Seal liquid in his spine.
Yeah, that's his spinal fluid.
Yeah, lots of people don't know that. It has the sealing.
It is his lifeblood.
That's what gives it the underwater sealing properties.
Okay,
Exactly.
I'm gonna interrupt you guys to read chat again.
Oh, of course.
Toonmation says, I want money. It's a bit random. And how far are we from done? I need a 10-hour version of this. I think we're about halfway done.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're like halfway through chapter 5, and there are currently 8 whole chapters. In chapter 5, I think it's
Should
the
we
second
stop?
longest.
Should we stop at part 2 and read part 2 tomorrow?
I don't know. We've
Sure.
been live
Actually,
for about an hour.
I'll tell you this though, part 2 is not done. I have not finished writing part 2, but I could vigorously type upon my keyboard tonight and probably come up with something by tomorrow.
Let's
I don't want you to
finish
rush it if you don't want to.
Yeah, don't rush
And
it.
if not, we can pick up Waluigi tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Waluigi
let's-
sounds like a good idea.
Let's finish chapter 5, and then I guess we can wrap it up. And then
Of course.
tomorrow we can either do, if Jonathan finishes the triads, we can read that, or we can do Waluigi.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds spectacular. It sounds
All right.
fantastic. Okay.
Yes. Flextastic.
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 Flex.
Flextastic.
We're
Utterly
getting a
and
little bit off
completely
topic, as long as the
flextastic.
moment was. Okay,
Let's see. Where are we?
I think it's time for a hearty drink of cream soda.
The woman placed the bag on the table. That's where we were.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The woman placed the bag on the table and Phil opened it eagerly. It was empty, apart from a single can of Flex Seal liquid. He took it out of the bag and slid it across the table to Elon, who looked at it in complete shock and awe. Somehow, Phil began, the separators didn't get my personal Flex products.
You keep one of every Flex Seal family of products in this Flex Seal branded briefcase?
Of course. Elon nodded and placed his hand over his mouth, rubbing his jaw in thought. After a moment, he asked,
Well, where are the others?
Phil began, leaning close to Elon and taking his time to consider what had happened to each of the rest of the only remaining Flex Seal family of products. My Flex tape is... I gave it to my personal assistant, Connie LeClaire. And... Phil continued, I gave my Flex shot to Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, yeah. The president of the Communist Party of China?
Elon asked, somewhat shocked. Of course. That's normal.
Of course, just give it to the
Of
communist.
course. Give it to the commies. Phil began again. And my Flex glue, I gave it to Barack Obama.
Wait,
Elon began, furrowing his brow.
you gave it to which Barack Obama?
What do you mean?
In addition to stealing all of the Flex Seal trademark family of products and creating the Interdimensional Rift, we have intelligence that the separators have fabricated a highly advanced Barack Obama android known as Robo-Obama. Wait, hold on. I didn't do it right. Robo-Obama. That is why we rescued you from being so close to Robo-Obama and put you in much danger. You must never fall into the hands of the separators.
So the separators have the Flex glue.
It would
Phil
seem
asked.
so. It
How
would seem
foolish of me, Phil said. That's not very Flextastic.
It's okay, Phil.
Elon confronted.
Comforted.
Oh, comforted.
What's done is done. We have to get back to work with what we've got.
Phil nodded. You're right. He sat back in his chair. Then I gave my Flex Seal spray to Vladimir Putin.
What about your Flex paste?
Elon asked anxiously. Phil thought for a long while and eventually concluded, I'm not sure. But before taking off, I know I had it. But afterward, I can't remember.
Were you in possession of the Flex Seal branded briefcase for the whole duration of the flight?
Well, yes, but it was in the luggage compartment.
Could anyone have had access to the Flex Seal branded briefcase while it was in your luggage compartment?
The Queen! Phil shouted, but she didn't have anything with her. In fact, she looked like she was dead. Nobody really noticed or cared, though.
Knuckle, can you scold
Yeah,
me?
sorry. My dad texted me about dinner, so I had to
okay.
respond.
How did the Queen die?
Elon continued, questioning. I'm not entirely sure, though I remember she was looking rather purple.
Suffocation.
Elon realized.
She must have tried to swallow the Flex paste.
No, she ate Flex Seal.
Wait, wouldn't she? Oh, that probably canceled out her immortality because of how powerful it is.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
true.
Probably.
All right, folks.
That is the end of part 1 of Phil Swift and the Interdimensional Rift.
All right.
That
Should we end this
was-
off by going and seeing if there's any hidden meaning to the digits?
Yeah. What
There is
is the
no hidden
digits?
meaning.
Ah.
There's none.
But we can. I mean, there's no hidden meaning. No,
Oh.
there's not. It's not like a phone number or anything. It's
It's Barack Obama's phone number.
yes, because I have Barack Obama's phone number. No, it's a Robo Obama's phone number.
By the way,
I love saying that. A Robo Obama. Robo Obama.
chat again.
Robo Obama.
No, I want you to stream play a game
Robo-Obama.
after this or something, please.
Robo Obama.
Do you guys want to read Murder Me Elmo?
How long is it?
I think
It's-
my dad.
It's about the
saying
length. It's
about
like
dinner
3,000
time.
words, so it's about the length of chapter 5.
Okay, so not super long.
Should we read it?
I think we can.
Murder Me Elmo.
What does the chat say? Murder Me Elmo is a Tickle Me Elmo story that I wrote where an Elmo murders a family.
As the name suggests. Okay, should we do a poll in chat or something?
Sinister, I know you watch Michael Reeves.
Yeah.
Jonathan, do you?
I've seen the Trigger Me Elmo one.
I know what you're talking about. I do know the Trigger Me Elmo.
Okay,
Me Elmo.
yeah. Racist Elmo toy.
How does chapter 6 end?
Which reminds me of well, we're waiting for chat. Which reminds me of a random thought I had today. The pandemic is gonna be wonderful for people who are racist because they can just deliberately avoid minorities and then claim they're just social distancing.
I mean,
And you know this why?
from experience, Knuckle.
Ooh.
No, but I mean, okay, but like, usually if a white person was walking up to a black person and the white person went to the other side of the street, that would be like racist or whatever. But
Yeah,
now
it would
it's
seem like
because the
mildly
wants
maybe
Elmo
kind of
fanfics.
racist.
Elmo
Toonmation
fanfics?
wants Elmo fanfics.
Okay, let me pull up the Jonathan Swanberg short story collection.
All right. Can you send me the link on Discord?
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
I'm going to set down my microphone, and it might be a little bit loud, so prepare yourself.
Did you guys hear that?
I did hear
Yeah.
Who was that? That was so random.
Was that yours? Your house?
That was one of my brothers. I don't know who.
Just imagine those screams in the background of Murder
That
Me
sounded
Elmo.
like Kane. Or sorry, Big C.
I think that's definitely Big Six
That's
C.
Big C for sure.
You're a twerp.
Yeah, how many people do we have in chat right now?
I don't know. Let's see.
Looks like we got
6 concurrent viewers, 5 likes. Dang. You guys are rocking it.
Okay, oh, I need to send this to you, Gabe. Okay.
So,
I texted you the link.
Okay.
so have we decided? Are we gonna read Elmo today, or?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
Murder
we're
Me
reading
Elmo
it today.
1 today because there's
All right.
actually 3 Murder Me Elmos.
WTF. Toonmation is confused. Big 6C's tactics confuse and terrify me as well.
You guys
I
want to
said
hear
the
me
meme.
type on my keyboard?
Sure.
Alright, hold on 1 second. Scrumptious.
I think you should get your brother on diabetic pills. Toon says you should be on diabetic pills.
Diabetic pills.
Has diabetes 1 through 4.
What?
Was that Z? Yeah, Z. Was that Ezekiel?
Leave us alone! It's not funny anymore! I mean, like, it's
All right,
kind of
so-
funny, but not really that
Oh,
funny.
hey guys, can we read Elmo tomorrow? My parents are telling me I gotta wrap it up.
I mean, we can just end right now.
Yeah, we
Alright.
can.
Set one up for Sunday, I guess.
Did you just call me Toonie? I did not just call you Toonie. Yeah, let's plan on Sunday. You know, we have the group chat. We can
Alright.
we can talk.
All right. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure having Jonny Swanny on the stream.
Oh yeah, it's been
Pleasure
a
is all
pleasure
mine.
having both of you on the stream. This was
Yeah,
fun.
it's been really fun. I think this is the first time my face has been on here. First time Jonathan's face has been on here. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
Maybe I'll do a face reveal like with a mask on at some point or something. Cause like the
With a
reason,
Ninja
like
Turtle mask.
I have a legitimate reason that I haven't done a face reveal. If it wasn't for this, I would do a face reveal.
I'd love a left thumb reveal.
Dang it!
Alright.
My stupid browser is being broken. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was just being dumb. Never mind. Don't end this stream. Let's see. What was it?
Making weird faces for the stream.
I see that. It's very disturbing.
Here we go. Play a
Alright,
game or
guys.
something.
We
I suppose we could do a few rounds of Among Us.
I gotta go.
I know. But yeah, we could do a few
Alright.
rounds of Among Us.
When the imposter is sus.
All right, y'all.
Okay. Well,
See y'all.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. You
I guess
guys
I'll
can
take-
like keep. You guys can keep doing your thing. Take a swig for the boys.
I'll take one last drink of Dr. Brown's cream soda, the original flavor favorite for generations.
I'm drinking Diet Coke. All right.
Delicious.
Well, it's been a pleasure being on here with you guys.
see y'all tomorrow. And
See
now
you
that we
tomorrow.
actually know how it works, we
Mhm.
won't. Hopefully, we won't be 40 minutes late.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so
All right, guys.
as a brief
I'll,
explanation of what Clearview AI is, this gives a perfect
Oh,
example,
Yeah.
right? So you just say, here's this face. I want
I
to
know
see every face, every picture of this face that's ever been on the internet, and it brings them all up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
if you did a face reveal, like, you could. But I mean, what else is on the internet with your face on it besides just YouTube?
Mostly my parents' social medias, which I've started asking them to not post my face on social media. So,
All right. That's fair enough, man. I guess I'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Cool
Maybe you
Gamer
can
Kid
do
says,
a-
"Yo, mama." What?
You
What
can do
does
a
that matter
left
though?
nut reveal or something.
I like my privacy. I'm a privacy advocate. You know,
He
just
hates
my
Google.
opinion. I
You
do
don't
hate
want to hear my
Google.
social security number?
Say it on stream. Take a swig and tell us.
7, 3. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither do I.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
All right, bye. Okay, I'm gonna kill OBS.
Alright, I suppose I oughta
Yeah.
skedaddle.
You wanna play Among Us with us?
Honestly, no. I need
Alright.
to ride Phil Swift in the Interdimensional Red.
All right. I'm gonna go get some Among Us set up then. See ya.
See ya.
Okay, let me doink doink doink. Go get things set up. Seriously, stop! I don't know what their deal is today. I honestly don't know what their deal is today. I maybe need to get a lock for that door. What? Oh, what is their deal today? Let's see. I will have Among Us up and running very, very shortly. Hello, Big Six. Can you, like, speak here instead of screaming at me? Oh, you're server muted. Why are you server muted?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
Uh-oh.
here to do the Among Us, and I'm not gonna scream at you.
Fair enough.
I'm using AirPods.
Flex. You flex again, you're getting yourself muted.
Zeke, stop!
Okay, mute key is working.
I have a cool mute key. It's called tapping a button on my iPhone 6s. I have AirPods in an iPhone 6s.
Oh, just shut up.
For some reason, needed to turn
Host.
my volume way down.
Let's go with 2 imposters on Mira HQ. We haven't done Mira. We're gonna do normal at first. We can do hide and seek later if we decide we want to.
Alrighty, what's the code?
UMZ AWG. Okay. I have a party hat on right now. Why do I have a party hat on? You know, we're gonna go with cheese.
Because of my birthday.
We're gonna go with cheese and a business suit.
This
Heck
is
yeah!
I'm flexing. I'm flexing. I have a child. Just flexed on. Children are amazing. Please join. I need fun. If you're watching the stream, go and join, or I will come to your house and personally assassinate you.
Knuckle, I can't find my earphones. No!
My phone might die. Give me just a second.
I hate using the ampersand symbol, but I think I'm gonna have to.
Okay, I'm back. My phone being stupid once again. I'll be able to turn off low power mode once I get everything plugged in.
Okay, can you make him stop that?
Yeah, I mean, you screen.
It's okay, I'm looking. Alright, alright. Hope you find him. I wonder how mad people will be if I ping again.
I have one. You have pinged 2 times today, I believe. Should I go get a mouse? I think probably there is better. Okay, I have a setup now. My original
really
plan
like
was
this
play on
keyboard.
Switch. I'm gonna plug Switch in. Switch is now plugged in. This is like the 11.
I have so many pings.
I wish I could set up my AirPods to I double tap on them to mute. Watch unmute. Ceramics blue switches are really annoying for streamers.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy this keyboard, so.
Yeah. Suck it, mouse man.
I might have to get browns if I buy one.
I'm trying to make my child stall behind me.
Oh.
Hello?
Well.
Well. Hello, Valtex.
Well.
Oh. Gonna join Among Us? Oh, Toon found his earphones.
Yay!
Hey! Hey, Toon.
Wait, what's going on?
Am I being heard?
Yes, you are.
You are a little.
Yes, okay.
Ow. Ow. That hurts.
I just kicked the frickin' wall in the thing. That's annoying. There's a child watching children's Disney shows in the background, so that's fun.
We
Hopefully
cannot hear
everyone's
that.
gonna
I'm
hear it.
very glad that we cannot.
Okay, good. So AirPods are.
By the way, I call him Twerp on stream because I don't like saying people's real names.
Yeah, twerp.
Can
Is he
someone please
twerp
tell me the
or
code?
twerp?
UMZAWG.
Should I make my name Tinmation or a junk?
Whatever you want.
You gotta wait for me, man.
Wait, tell me the code again, please. I'm sorry.
UMZAWG. It's also in the no mic channel. But, you know, I know you can't see that sometimes and stuff. So.
What server is it?
The no mic channel on this server. Oh. North America.
Tell the code again. I'm sorry.
It's fine. UMZAWG.
I wish I could use my physical keyboard
Nope.
with my iPad.
Hey! And Hajonk.
No, wait. I need to change my cosmetics.
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go.
Hey,
Oh,
cheese,
let me
cheese,
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 let me
cheese, 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 cheese. What is happening?
That says that it's too much cheese.
It's
We're
not.
waiting for
It's
this.
not a cult. I promise. You're not joining a cult. It's just a.
You're right.
I
I'm
don't
not joining the
care.
cult.
It's not a cult.
It's not a cult. We promise.
Shut up.
We won't gang up on you if we get
Knuckle, I think you
imposter.
should
We
Knuckle.
promise.
I think you should start before.
Okay.
Thank you. Maybe just start to reset the
My AirPod
timer,
fell out.
because
I
I think
yanked my
after
ex
10 minutes,
AirPod
then
out.
they kick us off.
Oh! We're still on hide and seek settings. Well, I'm Seeker.
Vote Knuckle out. Vote Knuckle out.
I'm Seeker. I'm Seeker.
Call a meeting.
Okay,
Urgency
let's just
coming.
say like this. You know,
Oh,
We need to
Knuckle
run.
Seeker. Okay.
Run.
I am Seeker. I am Seeky
Okay,
boy.
I guess we're on hide and seek settings.
I will
Everyone
find you.
needs to do their
I am
hide and
Seeky
seek
boy. I
job.
will find you.
Huh. No, it's not the likelihood that Toonmation has.
I am
Should I
Seeky
get
boy.
Spinoxman to join?
Where are you? I shall find you. Seeky boy. Seeky boy.
I can hear someone's audio.
secret.
Seeky boy will find you.
Oh no. I got
Oh, dude, he's in lab.
2
Wait,
taps.
I'm in lab. Where are you? How do you know I'm in lab?
Voltex, you ruined us! Get away from here!
Oh no! I just saw him! I saw him! Oh yes! Kill him! Yes! I have found you.
Voltex, follow me! Voltex, follow me!
What's going on?
Stay there, come on! Come here.
You're awesome.
I saw him.
I can count. Don't worry.
This is definitely.
Oh, don't you guys dare finish your tasks.
I'm not gonna finish my task. I'm not a loser.
Guys, hurry up with the tasks.
No, that's not how you play hide and seek. The last person over wins.
No, the
Or doing tasks.
crewmates win by doing tasks.
No, that's the loser way to play it, you see.
Well, we're playing the
Shut
loser way to
up.
play it.
I
Deal
only
with
have
it.
one more task.
I'm not gonna do my tasks, so it's
How about
kinda
we
screwing
kick him?
things over.
Look at the Korok. Knuckle, look at the Korok.
No, I have 2 more tasks. I'm an idiot. So that's what's gonna help.
I wish that as a ghost you could teleport.
Where are you? I will find you.
Voltex!
I'll
He's right over there.
Wait, I can blend
Do
in.
not
I can
go
blend in.
there.
I can blend in.
It's not gonna work.
Blend in. Yes.
Blend in,
He'll
blend
never
in.
suspect the Voltex.
He'll run right by me.
He's coming, we need to go.
He is? In his hand?
Oh yes!
Oh,
Victory!
Yonk
Victory!
All of us have
Okay, let me
to
fix the
go.
settings.
No, are we not gonna play hide and seek?
I would say
No.
it's really inappropriate right now, but I'm not going
Okay, but
to.
we can't play with 4 people though.
Yes, we can. Can we do it well?
But it
No.
sucks. So are we gonna make it public or play hide and seek?
Do not do you make it public, you will die.
Yeah, the hackers are okay. Fine, we'll play hide and seek then.
Oh, let's not do hide and seek either.
Aww.
What are we supposed to do?
Regular, just
Okay,
could
let's
get
just do
Malcolm
regular with
to
4
join.
people and see how it goes. What's the worst that could happen?
Alright, this is gonna be.
don't get. Yes.
Cheese.
Do you guys think I should
Hey,
get a better
hey.
mic?
I can have a.
It's probably fine. Cheese. Voltex, come join our group. It's not a cult. We won't gang up on you if we get imposter.
Don't worry.
It's not a cult.
Hold on, I'm doing fish.
Can we like make this mild? Let's sacrifice him if he doesn't join our group.
Oh yeah, you'll sacrifice me.
Meet up.
There's one imposter.
Who's imposter?
Okay, if you have imposter, target Voltex. Do I have tasks here? I do. Oh, this task
Wait,
sucks,
who's
but I'm just gonna do
imposter?
it anyway.
Who's imposter? Guys, who's imposter? Tell me now. I know it's not Knuckle.
This is a normal game, dude.
Oh. I thought we were doing
I won.
I thought we were doing hide and seek. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, I'm not allowed to talk. I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
I'm kind of sus of Voltex. He was standing still when reactor got called. And as soon as it got called, he started moving. Like it really looked like he called reactor.
You got me, guys.
Wait, really?
Walter?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're trolling, but I'm gonna vote.
Oh yeah, I'm trolling.
Oh wait, what? No, we don't vote for him.
Good luck. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this bullcrap. No.
It's blue. It's blue or
That's
Voltex.
Knuckle, by
I
the
know
way.
it's not Knuckle.
Yeah, no,
It's not Knuckle.
No, it isn't.
Okay, I think it's blue then.
I just want to say, I have made my scan. No, blue, stay away. Do not. I know it's blue. No, Knuckle, please.
Stop
Please.
talking.
We both have to see.
Mute. No! 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 No!
Imposter win!
I I even voted him. Guys, I think we should either make it public or play hide and seek. It's too easy for the imposter if we're only 4 people.
It's fun.
I just want to.
I don't think that was too easy for the imposter.
It was so hard. Like, that button is my soundboard button, so I gotta be careful because like the same button is played before.
Voltex fixed scan.
No, I gave you kiss. What are you talking about?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh!
Okay, just skip. Just skip. Just skip. Big 60's being irrational.
I'm sorry. No, just
Campbell Soup says F.
Nope. See, this is why I need to turn off my freaking sound.
Two Nation mute. GG.
Okay, I feel like that's probably too easy for the imposter.
It is way too easy.
I think it went to the back of the O2.
I'm tempted to make myself.
Did I
an
miss
ice
Phil?
cream
You did
cone.
miss Phil. You can scrub back now because YouTube has DVR, or you can watch it later once the VOD uploads itself. Josiah says hi.
Why not ask those people to join?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys
We're playing Among Us. You guys can join if you want.
Should I get Milkman to join? Are you
Yes, that would be
standing on
amazing.
my child? Are you standing on poor little Grogu? Yes, I did. Oh wait. Does that count as a spoiler for Mando?
Probably.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys, if you haven't watched me.
I've already watched Mandalorian.
Okay, good.
It's,
But if you
are there any-
haven't heard the child's name yet, I mean,
I just want to say,
on.
if there are any people that haven't watched The Mandalorian closely, I'm such an idiot. I thought Baby Yoda was actually Baby Yoda for so long, like him when he was a baby.
wait, what?
I'm an idiot, I know.
Isn't that-
No, it's not him.
No, it's a completely different character. That's not Yoda when he was a baby.
Zhong's just
I don't
running like
watch
some
the-
serious figure
You
eights
have
here.
ruined my life.
I don't watch
mean,
Star
you like
Wars.
Star
The only
Wars,
Star
yeah.
Wars series I've watched is The Mandalorian, and it's pretty good.
Mandalorian is really good. It might be like
Watched a single Star Wars.
it's probably the second best Star Wars thing ever made.
What is a
The
Star
first
Wars?
being Rogue One.
Agreed.
Dude, prequels?
Should I go on Force Milkman to join?
Prequels suck.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Okay, we're gonna play one more game. You can like AFK or something while you force Malksman to join.
Okay, no one kill me.
I mean,
I have yelled at him about it. Please stop.
hey, Knackle buddy.
What?
What task did you do in office?
The file one.
You mean the one that takes 30 seconds?
Yeah.
It does not take 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the long. That one
Yes,
is the
it
long one
does.
where you run through the forest and stuff.
I know, but it doesn't
And
really
Knackle
take
did
that
it in like
long.
3 seconds. Yes, all it takes is about 30 seconds, which is not what Knackle did. So.
I thought it's 12 seconds long. Like
I
How about
clicked
if
on
it's
it
not
and then
Knackle level?
I clicked on it and then there were like some people around and I was kind of sus, so I'm like, this is gonna take way too long, and I closed it.
Is that
So
believable?
skip.
Skip. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, what about the power of stream sniping?
Wait, what? Did you just stream
I didn't look. I mean, I have it open, but I can't see it.
Wait, you have it open? You have a stream open?
I have a stream open, but I have a dual monitor and Discord is covering it right now. I'll do it when Knackle kills me.
Can you hear it? Awkward.
When the Knackle sus. I would have thought Toon was British because of the accent.
We are one.
I'm done with all my tasks. I'm so bored.
Imposters don't have tasks.
I'm not the imposter?
Hello, Hyunk. Welcome to the party.
We're just gonna have ourselves a little party up here.
Just leave.
I'm done with all my tasks. I'm sorry, I didn't take that long
Same.
to do that one. I just want to say, I unmuted myself while standing here. I didn't fake it. That's why I was standing for a long time over here. I wasn't like.
I think the fact that you just like tried to cover your ass with that was like pretty sus.
Okay, you can vote me out, but then the imposter only needs 1 kill.
Relatable.
Then he wins. So, I'll go push
Should
the
we
button for you,
kick?
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go push the button for you guys. I mean, like, I was saying it because I knew you guys would send stuff.
I wish I
like
could
that,
just use
so
vents
I'm
to
just
do
gonna push
this.
the button for you guys to vote me out.
Okay, as we just heard, Hajonk like unnecessarily covered his ass. He's very clearly very sus.
It's not me.
Yes,
if
it
not
is.
for Jonk, vote Knackle.
Yeah.
No, I don't
He's so
think
sus.
it's Knackle either. I just want to say what happened before you vote me. Can I please? Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
Bye.
No, vote for Knackle. It's literally Knackle. You don't know
I
what
mean, like,
really
I
happened.
know it's Knackle or
I bet
something,
it's not
but
him. Look.
Yeah, it's
Okay, it's
Knackle
Knackle, it's
because
Knackle, it's Knackle.
well, obviously. Knackle, let's go to event. Let's come kill me.
guys,
Come
I
kill me.
just want to say, it's
I know
like
it's
way
you
too easy
because
for the
Big C
imposter.
did freaking
Zeech.
good day. So right here.
Oh, no.
No, they'll never find the body. No, Knackle, right here.
Boom. That is way too easy for the
Some
imposter.
brothers get a divorce. Charlie Brown reference bombed.
Imposters don't have tasks when the Hajonk sus. Okay, so is Malx not joining?
I can go and scream at him again.
Don't scream at him. Ask him nicely. Then he'll be more likely to join anyway.
We made it public last time and nothing wrong happened.
Hey, you mind if I invite someone that might not be up to your PG standards?
I mean, when the Knackle is imposter. This does not appear to be Phil Swift. Read the whole title. I know it's long, but
He just told me that. Whoo!
She said, anyways.
we did Phil Swift earlier, so like if you want to, you can go back and watch it or watch the VOD once it gets
You'll sign
uploaded,
up
you know.
feeling-
Yeah.
made it public last time and nothing went wrong. Why don't we just do this?
Hey, we could do voice chat, but not with everyone else. It would be funny and interesting.
Let's go to the Sunday Discord. Yay!
The Among Us Discord is full.
Bruh.
No, I mean,
Every day I try to join in, it's always full.
then don't join.
Hey, dinner's here.
Oh, dinner's here. Okay, let's make it public and do one more round, and then I'll come up and eat
Okay.
dinner.
And yet, no one joins because everyone hates me.
People will join. There's 4 of us.
Right, but no one likes Mira.
Oh.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
we
Some
have
people
someone.
like Mira.
Okay, 3
That's what I'm
rolls.
gonna wear when I do my, like, kind of face reveal. I'm gonna wear one of those.
Not kind of face reveal, so you.
Oh wait, no, Frick, no, please don't. Oh, already have 10 people already.
There we go.
Start.
Starting.
Okay. Let's have fun and.
2 imposters. Aw, someone left. And someone just called reactor, but I'm stuck on this task, so I can't go do that. When the knackle is not sus. Your chats are quite entertaining, Josiah. Jeez, that's really loud. I should turn that down. Where?
It's purple. It's purple. I saw
Where?
purple kill.
You saw
It's
purple.
purple. You saw purple kill.
Yep.
Purple?
You know
Purple.
how stupid purple is? I just want to say, you know that wall up in reactor that you can see through, like where it's black?
All right, let's vote
Oh,
purple.
is that how you
I
It's
saw
not
him
him,
through
but-
that kill.
saw? Chonk. Pajonk. I think it's actually. Bert and BBQ. BBQ Burger Beer. Dude, Rick just has no idea what the frick to do.
Who just said up ya butt? Oh, the other imposter must have been one of the people who left. Potentially the guy who reported. Okay, I got me some dinner to eat.
I got me some
Okay.
sleep to sleep.
Fair enough. All right,
Alrighty, bye.
so I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you liked it, you can give it a like when the beetroot is sus. If you liked it, you can give it a like. If you want to see more like this, you can subscribe. I also do Minecraft. Apparently, we read fan fictions now, and we've also been playing some Dark Deception lately, so that's been fun. Gonna take another crack at that level sometime soon. That we hit a really hard level. Yeah. I also have a Discord server, as you can probably see. The link is down in the description. And yeah. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.